Is your partner ready? And if you're not ready now, will you ever be? Those are just some of the questions answered by marriage and family therapist Lorraine Wright in her book, Don't Get Married Unless. Lorraine is here this morning to share some of the secrets to relationship success. Good morning. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You and I, while Dave and Andy were doing their traffic and weather, we were chit-chatting and whatnot, and you get right to the point, right? And to that effect, off the top, are there some people who are not marriage material?
Yes, unfortunately.
Sure. Yeah.
And there are many. In fact, I would say, this is kind of bold, but I would say that maybe 80% of people on their wedding day were not prepared to marry.
Wow.
And some of them shouldn't have married in the first place. And how I came to this was really over many, many years of counseling. And people come with all kinds of problems that they're struggling with.
Sure.
But when I did their courtship history, like what happened, how did they choose this person of all the millions that they could have chosen from?
Yeah.
I began to realize they shouldn't have married that person in the first place.
Okay.
That it was
80%, that's 4 out of 5.
So, yeah. So, but I'm not saying that people can't prepare themselves for marriage, but there certainly are some people that absolutely should not marry.
What kind of red flags are there along the way, warning signs?
There are some really good ones.
Yeah.
I mean, there's the obvious one, like addictions.
Sure.
That people, but you know, many people will think that they can become an addictions helper to their partner. But if your partner is drinking too much, even smoking too much, if that's not in your health, values, if they're gambling, pornography, and you know all that, then I really say to couples, especially premarital couples that come to me, to take that door and exit fast.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, people will always be more married to their addiction than they'll ever be married to you.
That's a good way to put it. More married to the addiction.
Yes.
Yeah.
Another big red flag is when we're dating and when we're involved in a relationship, it's wonderful with all the attention you get early in the relationship. But if it becomes smothering, if it becomes, that he's very devoted to you, but he can't let you go away for a weekend with your girlfriends without having a meltdown, or if she can't let you go to a Flames game with your buddies and also has a meltdown, these are signs that too possessive, too jealous, too immature, too possessive, and that will only escalate.
As things go along, right? Okay, I have a question for you as well. Okay, so married couples, there are people in, and I guess it's not just married couples, people in successful relationships.
Yes,
How can you strengthen that to keep it going?
Absolutely. And to me, what I've been most amazed at over the years is it comes down to some really basic skills, some really basic relationship skills. Yes, there are other things that we need to learn that are more deep of an emotional nature about being kind and being able to give your love away. But for couples that I find that are married and really want to strengthen their marriage, I give them 3 hot tips always. Okay. And the first one is regular time together as a couple.
Like regular dates, regular hanging out.
Regular hanging out. And not just hanging out.
Away from the kids, right?
Exactly. And not just hanging out at home with popcorn in front of the TV watching a movie. You need to be out in the world and being seen and feel as a couple. And I find that where marriages are in trouble, when I ask them, how often are you dating? They're not dating very often. Yeah. Another one, number 2, is regular praise and affection. That we just find, especially in people that we really love and care about, that there's been research done that you really have to have a 5-to-1 ratio. So anytime you want to, give your spouse or your partner some feedback that's they've disappointed you or hurt you in some way, you need to counter that with at least 5 praises, 5 compliments, hugs, thanking them, showing appreciation, that kind of thing. And then the one that couples seem to like the most that I offer them is regular intimacy. Sex. Regular, scheduling sex. And so one couple said to me, well, we're doing that now, Dr. Wright, and it's working, but every time we have sex on Thursday nights, we think about you too. So I said, that's okay. That's not a bad thing.
I suppose.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Dr. Wright, by the way, has an event happening this evening. It's a book signing and speaking event. It's at Pages in Kensington, 1135 Kensington Road, Northwest, tonight from 7:30 till 9. And just before I let you go this morning, you said you ended the book with some of the positives as to the health benefits of being in a relationship. Yes. Why was that important to you?
Well, because I didn't want people to think that getting married was not a good thing.
Sure.
It's a very good thing. There's not a healthier, there's nothing really better that you can do for your health than to be in a healthy relationship and especially in marriage.
There you go.
Yes.
Good stuff.
Thank
you,
you.
Lorraine. Nice